Alright, I think we're just about ready for this. Make a few final adjustments. It's been a busy morning so far for me. And a very unpleasant one at that. However, I think that I've got everything I need. Close that. I know I'm going to need these, so duplicate that. Duplicate that. And I've already got this, so I think we're good to go. And grab a drink real quick. Before the whole thing gets started. Alright. Everything's good? Everything looks good. Alright. Let's get this started. So we get rid of that. We'll turn down our background music just a little bit. Very pretty though, but we'll turn it down just a bit. And we'll say hello. Shadowcat back, and we're getting back to work on the on the tabletop version of Final Fantasy. And wow, that is some aggressive pianoing. A little bit less of that. I mean, it's very nice pianoing, but less of it, please. Just less. Alright, so last time we were here, we got to work on making a squire. However, having time to think about it, we may have to go back and revisit that, actually. Either that or we have to figure out something different, because I was thinking about how are we going to make the what's it called? Dread Knight? Black Knight? Something like that at the end, and I'm not sure if what we've got worked out so far is going to work. So we're going to have to work on this a little bit still. Let's get our things back up and running. So there is our spreadsheet with everything that we need. There is our browser. And we're going to start by taking a look at the browser and taking a look at what we got here. So when we look at this, and I think I can make this bigger, right? Maybe a little bit? Yes, I can. Alright. Here's a problem I have. In order to get the Dark Knight, you have to have a whole lot of things. The first thing is, these two stars mean that you have to have this mastered. So you must have Knight mastered and Black Mage mastered. Now, by our calculations already, that would mean that you have to be at least level 10, because you'll need to have all 5 levels of both Knight and Black Mage. And then you need to be at least level 8, I guess, in the rest of these, that being Samurai, Dragoon, Geomancer, and Ninja. And then an additional 20 kills, but we can ignore that. I don't care about the whole 20 kills thing. So if each one of these has to be mastered, that is already 10 levels. Now, taking what we have already, which means that we're basically dividing every class by 20 to get it down to 5 levels. If it wants you to be level 8 here, if we divide level 8 by 20, that puts us at less than 1. So I'm thinking that perhaps, we could just take 1 level of Samurai, 1 level of Dragoon, 1 level of Geomancer, 1 level of Ninja. If we do that, then that means that we would need to have 5 levels of Knight, 5 levels of Black Mage. That's 10. 1 level of Samurai is 11. 1 level of Dragoon is 12. 1 level of Geomancer is 13. 1 level of Ninja is 14. Then, if the Dark Knight itself has 5 levels, that would put you up to level 19. Which I think means that this is absolutely possible. I think it's about the only way it's possible. So let's consider this then. If we look over here at the Mime, to get the Mime, you would need to have Dragoon, Geomancer, Orator, Summoner, Chemist, and Squire. Now, if we already agree that 8 devolves down into 1, so just 1 level of it, that means that we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels before we can get to Mime. Which is actually very easy, and I think that that's fine. Now, what does a Mime do? I'm not sure, but I think it'll work. And you can't actually see what I'm doing here because I can't scroll it up that far. There we go. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that gives you Mime. Whereas up here, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then we add the 5 for the Dark Knight. That puts up to 19. Here we have 6 requirement, plus the 5 for the Mime if you want to take it all the way. That puts us up to 11. And I think that works. That means that you can achieve the end goal to its full power and still have room to kind of flesh yourself out. Which is to say, to be a Dark Knight, a fully leveled up Dark Knight, you would have to get up to level 19, but that still leaves you 1 level left for you to take something else. Whatever you happen to want. We'll have to figure that out as we go, but we'll make it work, one way or another. So all in all, yeah, this is gonna work. It's fine. We don't actually need to change anything. We're good. We are good. So next, we can just get to work. That means that we can come back to here, and instead of this, we'll come back here. We can delete all of this. Well, maybe not all of it. We can delete this, I believe. Or at least everything under special. Yeah, we can get rid of this. Now, when we did the Squire, we used a commoner. For the Chemist, I don't know if we're going to use a commoner or not. We probably will. But let's take a look at what we've got to work with. So we're going to go with NPC classes. Don't show that again. NPC classes. What about the Adept? So what is an Adept? An Adept is somebody who has healing. This might be useful for us. So, Commoner, Climb, Craft, Handle, Animal, Perception, all of this stuff. The Adept are Craft, Handle, Animal, Heal, Knowledge, Spellcraft, and Survival. Yeah, I think Adept is probably good for this. Now, is anything going to change about it? I don't know. Huh, they get summoned familiar. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. They can learn spells, the Adept spell list, they get these things. It doesn't actually say what an Adept is, or what they really do. But you know what, that's fine. It is absolutely fine. So I think what we'll do here is we're just going to kind of copy all of this over, if we can. I don't know if we can necessarily. We may have to just write it down ourselves. So 0002. That's 0002. 1003. Down here at third level, 1113. Already kind of has better stats. Fourth level is 2114. And fifth level is 2114. Doesn't change. Okay. So we'll just change that one, and we're good. Now we look at the chemist. Let's come down here and take a look at the chemist. Make this bigger. No, maybe that's too big. Okay, there we go. That's as big as I can get it without it turning into scroll bars. Okay, so first off, prerequisites. None, obviously. Weapons. Knives and guns. So that means that their weapon proficiencies... I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because otherwise these aren't going to fit. So we're going to say weapon proficiencies is going to be simple and firearms. We're going to go ahead and make this bigger as well. Just so that everything fits. And simple firearms. Let's see. Armor is going to be hats and clothes. So, since it's just clothing, we're going to go ahead and say armor proficiency, none. You don't get armor. Let's see. Skill ranks per level. Class skills. I believe I can just copy the class skills over. So we're going to go copy and paste. Default formatting. There we go. And now it doesn't fit. Oh well. And JP says, so a helmet would be an armored bonnet? Maybe? Except it's not armored. It's literally not armored. It would be just a bonnet. Also, by the way, because I think I neglected everybody, hello to everybody in the chat today. Hello Tux, hello Blizz, hello JP. Good to see everybody here. Honestly, I'm surprised to be here after yesterday's lecture, so I'm as shocked as everybody else. I'm going to move all of this over, like this. And I'm going to go ahead and copy the format over here, just so that all that fits. Let's see. Oh, the role of the chemist. Yeah, we can go ahead and do the same thing here. The role of the chemist, someone has to watch the kids. JP says the regular gang is usually lurking about. You guys are my gang. We should get like matching uniforms or something like that. Maybe tattoos. Stake out our territory. Sell drugs. Okay, maybe not sell drugs. I wouldn't know where to begin with that. Alright, So now we can start translating some of this. Equip shields? No, they don't get shields. So move, no. Jump, don't care. Speed, don't care. That's all handled under race. Physical evasion, doesn't matter. Base attack is going to be low. Base attack is being handled mostly by the class that they have. Yeah, base attack is every other level. So they started at 0, they gained 1 on the 2nd level, they gain 1 on the 4th level, so that's good. Physical evasion is AC and reflex. Base HP is going to be low, so that's going to be D6s. Now, starting wealth. Is that in here? It is not in here. Did we? I don't think we did do that. Okay, that's fine. Starting wealth for them can probably just still be the same as the squire, honestly. I'm not too hung up on that. Skill ranks per level. And since you only really get starting wealth on either the squire or the chemist, these are the only ones we really have to worry about. Everything else will have prerequisites. Alright, so starting wealth is fine. We can leave that alone. Skill ranks per level is still 2 plus intelligence. So that's fine there. These skills, we can go ahead and leave that as is. So we're good here. This is pretty much all the stuff that we need to translate directly from Pathfinder to Chemist. Now we get the hard part, though. Now is where we have to start actually, start taking what the Chemist can do and turn that into something that we can do here. And that's going to be a little bit difficult because what a Chemist does in Final Fantasy doesn't translate well. So we're going to open up feats down here because we're going to need them, because in Final Fantasy, the Chemist is basically a healer, but they are not a healer that uses magic. So we need to find all kinds of different ways to heal people or to treat them without using magic. So starting off, potions, high potions, X potions. All of these do healing. We need to figure out a way to heal people without using spells. They can't heal from a distance. And there actually is a class that does this. And that is the Paladin. So if we come back over here, let's take a look at Paladins. We may have to reference this a few more times as well, but Paladins get the ability to lay on hands. Beginning at the 2nd level, a Paladin can heal the wounds, her own or those of others, by touch. Every day, she can use this ability a number of times equal to half the Paladin level plus Charisma. With one use of this ability, they can heal 1d6 points of damage for every 2 Paladin levels they possess. Using this ability is a standard action, unless the Paladin targets themselves, in which case it is a swift action. Despite the name, they only need to have one free hand to use this ability. Alternately, they can use it to damage undead creatures, dealing 1d6 points. That's how that works in D&D. It is also how it works in Final Fantasy, so worth going over, I guess. So we do have something here that works for that. There is a problem, though. While we could summarize potion, high potion, and X potion into just like first aid, where they can heal somebody by getting close to them. The thing about the chemist is that they can throw these things as well. So not only can they actually heal somebody by being next to them without magic, but they can heal somebody at range without magic. And that comes by default. Yeah, innate abilities, throw items. And to that regard, there's also ethers, which will restore mana points, which we haven't even worked out yet. There's elixirs, which will fully restore everything. And then they have a whole bunch of stuff to cure everything that ails you. Cure poison, cure blind, cure silence, cure toad, cure stone, cure undead, cure everything at once, or the phoenix down to bring somebody back up. These things do not exist in Pathfinder. So we're going to have to figure something out to fix it. Either that, or we're simply going to have to import them wholesale into the game. So why don't we go ahead and look into general feats. And I want to look for healing. Let's see. Agonizing obedience. I don't think so. Alignment channel requires energy channeling. No. Bestow hope requires energy channeling. Blazing channel. No. Channeling variance. No. What else do we have? Cleansing burst. Able to cast remove disease or the ability to cure disease with a mercy. I don't know if that's going to work. Contingent channeling requires selective channeling. Craft cybernetics. I don't think we're doing that. Craft pharmaceutical. Now hold on a second. Craft pharmaceutical. Let's take a look at this. Pharmaceuticals include drugs, poisons, and medicines. So what do we have here? Pharmaceuticals, baseline, cardio amp, cure-alls. Hemochem in various grades, hype, torpinol, vive. What even are these? Baselines. An injection of baseline floods the brain with neuroinhibitors that purge the mind of excess emotion. Baseline is an onset time of 10 minutes. When it takes effect, it renders the recipient immune to insanity, mind-affecting effects, and morale bonuses for 1 hour, as well as suppressing but not removing any such active ongoing effects. Interesting. Cardioamp. This potent drug can revive a recently deceased victim if it is administered to the corpse within 1 minute of death. They can immediately attempt a fortitude save, DC 15 plus 1 round, since death occurred, to be restored to life. That's cool. Let's see. As with most other effects that revive the dead, they come back with one negative level. It only works on bodies that are relatively intact, and it's mostly just up to GM's discretion. Let's see. Cure-all. A dose of Cure-all allows the target to attempt an additional saving throw against a single disease or poison. It's interesting to know. Or Hemochem. Stops bleeding and promotes healing. Interesting. So, we could actually probably use a lot of this. Maybe instead of using the lay on hands, what if we were to use this? Now, since this promotes fast healing, it would be different from, say, just a white mage doing it, who would be able to heal instantly. Fast healing gives you the number. How long? Oh, fast healing for 1 minute, so 10 rounds. So what if instead of having potions, high potions, and X potions, we went with the various grades of healing? The problem is, it's very expensive to craft it. It's very expensive to craft it. Now, technically, that is a number that I could adjust. You would need to have access to some kind of apothecary or shop in order to get the materials for it. However, I think this is not a bad idea. These are very high crafting DCs, though, which means that we might have to give the chemist some kind of bonus to crafting, at least when it comes to crafting pharmaceuticals. Let's see, there's hype. Boost perception and reaction time, but comes with some nasty side effects. Onset time of 1 round, the effect lasts an hour, plus 5 competence to perception, and increase the user's land speed by 10 feet. Minus 4 penalty to concentration, and on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks. With, of course, the exception of perception. That's interesting. Let's see. Torpinol. A serum that makes the injected subject more cooperative during interrogation. Not terribly useful for us. Vive. Revitalizes the body at the cost of mental acuity. Onset time of 1 minute. Eliminates fatigue and exhaustion. Heals 1d4 points of ability damage to a physical score. First dose deals 1d2 points of ability damage to intelligence and wisdom. Additional doses during that period deal 1d4 points of ability damage instead. Okay, not terribly useful. Zortifen, powerful anesthetic. Creature that takes a dose of Zortifen must succeed DC 15 Fortitude saving throw or become unconscious for 1 hour. Okay. Also, not going to be terribly useful for us. Zortifen is a poison and sleep effect. Some things that we could use here, some things that we really cannot use here. I like the idea of Hemochem. We may have to borrow. We may have to borrow from here and borrow from Final Fantasy to make our own thing. Okay, so what if we did this? We know that the chemist automatically gets throw item. Okay. What if we also give them another innate thing, which is to say, craft, and we're going to call that I cannot type today. Pharmaceutical. Did I spell that wrong? I feel like I spelled that wrong. I don't care. Like I said, I'm having a rough day. I had to record Rim of Time this morning. Rim of Time did not go well. Mind you, it's recorded. It will go up tomorrow. But it was a bad episode. Rim of Time was rough, and I'm still frazzled from it. Tuck says craft THC gummy. No. No. Just no. No THC gummies. Alright, so we've got that. We would need to make something for all of this. So instead of potions, we're going to be using Hemochem. Nope, not this one. Yeah, we're going to be using Hemochem for this one. So we're going to say potion, Hemochem 1. High Potion, Hemochem 2, and X Potion, Hemochem 3. So we're going to go with that. Next thing... Oh. Forgot. Got to scroll that down too. The spreadsheet has to go up. Browser has to go down. I'm bad at this. Next up is ethers and high ethers. We don't have anything for that yet. Because we haven't worked out the magic system yet. We'll get there, but we'll figure this out as we go. Maybe I did this the wrong way. Maybe I should have worked out the magic system first and then done the classes. Oh well, we're already started. Alright, after that is elixirs. And given that we have potions and hemochem, which give you regeneration, perhaps ethers should work in the same way. Instead of simply being a sudden surge of power, maybe they would just give energy regeneration, and then elixirs could give regeneration to both. After that, we have antidotes, eye drops, echo herbs. Let's just write these all down. So antidote, eye drops, echo herbs. No, wait, hold on. Eye drops, echo herbs. Maiden's Kiss, Gold Needle, Holy Water. Then we've got Remedy and Phoenix Down. After that, we've got the reaction abilities of Auto Potion, which I'm not sure that we necessarily have, but we'll put it in here anyway. Auto Potion. Then, of course, there's Throw Items, Safeguard, Re-equip. So, Throw Items, Safeguard, My phone is still on. Equip. Well, let's turn that off. Absolutely unacceptable. I'm so disappointed in me. And if you're not disappointed in me too, then you're a better person than I am. And then, of course, they have Treasure Hunter, which is a move find ability. So, Treasure Hunter. Alright, now, first things first. What can we get rid of? Re-equip we can get rid of right now. JP says, yes, so professional. I know. If I was making money and this was like a business or something, I would fire me. Like, immediately. Like, clean up my stuff, get out of here. Don't care where you go, just don't stay here anymore. I would fire me just instantly. But since this is not an incorporated business, in fact, it's not a business at all. And JP says, we need more cowbell. What do you mean we need more cowbell? It's a piano collection. There's no cowbell at all. There's not supposed to be a cowbell. Pianos don't come with cowbells. Alright, so what else can we do? What is Safeguard? Safeguard. Prevent equipment from being destroyed or stolen. Now, in Pathfinder, you cannot steal somebody's equipment, usually. You can try to disarm people, but that's, I mean, just disarming them. You can't, like, strip their armor off of them. But prevent equipment from being destroyed? Oh yeah, we can do that. So for Safeguard, that is just going to be a plus versus Sunder, Disarm. Now, as for throw items, that's hard. That's really super hard. The reason being is because we do have the ability to throw anything, but that's mostly as a weapon. Let's see, Raging Throw, Awesome Throw. What does Awesome Throw do? As a standard action, you can perform an Awesome Throw combat maneuver. You do this by making a thrown weapon attack. If you don't have the throw anything feat, you must use a large, bulky, relatively regular-shaped object with a hardness of at least 5, such as a rock or a treasure chest. If the attack hits a corporeal opponent smaller than you, they take damage and are knocked away. This is not helping. We're trying not to concuss people. We're trying to heal them. So, Raging Throw, Awesome Throw, Binding Throw, Close Quarters Thrower. That just means that you can throw in melee range. Distance Thrower. Enhanced Key Throw, Hammer Throw, Improved Hammer Throw, Improved Key Throw, Regular Key Throw, Master, Returning Throw, Reverse Somersault Throw, Sliding Axe, Spinning, Throw Anything, Throw Back Arrows, Two-handed, Distance Thrower, Throw Anything. Okay, yeah, there's not a whole lot here. So what else could we get? I wonder if there's an ability to, like, pass people items. I mean, that could be something useful. What if we find a way to pass items to each other? Let's see. I could try teamwork feats. Why don't we look at teamwork feats, actually? See if there's anything in here. See, teamwork feats, ambush squad, alien mind paths, allied spellcaster, ally shield. I like ally shield. You literally grab somebody and use them as a shield. That's why it's called betrayal. It's fun. PC Unicorn is in the chat. Hello. Don't see you usually. Unicorn says throwing is technically passing. That's technically correct. But the objectives are different, because when it comes to throw anything, it allows you to throw things at people with the objective that they catch it with their face. There's really nothing in there for catching it with their hands? Wait, that's mythic throw anything. Yeah, so you do not suffer the penalties for using an improvised ranged weapon. You receive a +1 circumstance bonus on an attack roll made with thrown splash weapons. Yeah, so I mean, that's not really helping us, unfortunately. We need to be able to pass them an item, and for them to be able to use it. Actually, hold on. There's something I want to look at. Something I want to look at. Not here in feats. Where would that have been? Trying to remember where it was. Where it was that I saw that. Wait, was it in Starjammer? It might have been in Starjammer, actually. Hold on, we're going to go check something in Starjammer. Okay, don't show that again. Let's see. Character themes. So Starjammer has these character themes that you're supposed to take, just to kind of give your character a little bit more personality. Because I guess they think that you're not capable of doing that on your own. But, let's see. There was a trader of some kind in here. Space Pirate Quartermaster. Was it you? Let's see, cargo carrier lets you carry all manner of gear. You've learned to distribute weight. That lets you carry more. Field crafter, master quarters. Twice per day if you succeed at a significant task. You can spend 10 minutes cataloging and organizing your supplies to regain one result. Okay, no, not that then. What else? I thought there was something that allowed you to, like, re-equip something or find something as a swifter action. I might be thinking of the wrong thing here, too, so there's always that possibility. Mercenaries, prisoners, shipbuilder, spacefarer, eager dabbler, jack of all trades, master explorer. No, none of that's really helping. Okay, never mind. What if instead... And JP says haste? No, we can't do haste. That's going to come up later. What about traits? Let's take a look at traits. Gaining traits, list of traits, combat traits, social traits. We can take a look at combat traits, maybe. Well, that didn't help. This is so bad. There we go. Okay. Absolute loyalty, accelerated drinker, Berserker of Society, black powder, bloodthirsty, bullied, careful combatant, cautious warrior, cooperative combatant, crowd dodger. No, in this case, haste is going to be later. Look, I'm the one in charge here. I can decide what's hasty or not. So don't be hasty. Okay, Death Dodger, Dirty Fighter, Disillusioned, Fencer, Fighter of the Undead, Firebug, Hard to Kill. None of this is looking too useful for us. But I thought this was kind of a long shot anyway, so I'm not surprised that I don't see anything under combat. Reckless Contempt, that's basically what I'm feeling right now. Slippery, Steel Skin, Strong Arm, Supple Wrist, Sworn Enemy, Tactician, Tracker, Vandal, Vengeful, Volatile, yeah. I don't see anything in there that I want. Equipment traits. Alright, let's try this then. Not exactly a long list. Augmented Disguise, Dealmaker, Extremely Fashionable, Heirloom Weapon, Improvisational Equipment, Iron Liver, Power Suggestion, Prehensile Whip, just in case you want to play Indiana Jones. Quick Learner, Rough and Ready, Stage Magic, Stealthy Escape, Thrown Together Fashion, or Well-Provisioned Adventure. Let's look at that one. You always knew you'd leave your humble beginnings behind and become an adventurer, so you scrimped and saved, buying necessary equipment. Select one of the following packages instead of spending starting gold. Well, this is not handy. But it is kind of cool. The Arcane Adept, the Blessed Warden, the Corporeal Warrior, the Daring Bravo, Holy Warrior, Lore Seeker, Mystic Guide, planar traveler, questing knight, shadowy stalker, wilderness wanderer. Good stuff. But not terribly helpful for us. Alright, well, if we can't find anything in the game to really use, then we will have to make something ourselves. Okay? And I'm ready to do that. I'm prepared to do that. Alright, so if we can't do this, then we'll have to define throw item ourselves. So here's what thrown item is going to have to be. First off, we're going to move this down. So we're going to go copy, paste, and then we'll go ahead and do this. Alright, so a thrown item. Now, generally speaking, when I do a thrown item in Pathfinder, if you want to throw something, unless otherwise specified, I make you roll a strength check. And whatever you rolled, that's how many feet you can throw it. So we're going to say throw item X feet, strength check. And since you're really good at throwing these things, maybe we might even increase it. Maybe. I don't know, I'll think about it. To another... Yeah, to another character. Because you're throwing it and because it should be pretty easy to catch it. I'm going to go ahead and say it is a DC 10 reflex save to catch. This will provoke an attack of opportunity. For both in melee. So if you're in melee combat and you try to throw it to somebody else, that's an attack of opportunity. And if you're trying to catch it and you're in melee combat, that's also an attack of opportunity. But, and here's the real kicker. Items thrown in this way can be used as a swift action. Meaning that if he throws you the potion, you can use the potion the same turn. And JP says, what about projectile vomit, like the Exorcist? I believe that would be a splash attack. Covered somewhere differently. Alright. So that seems to be pretty good for throw item. And then, of course, throw items is something that you will get to have and keep. So we actually do not need to have this down here. This is Pathfinder, so you don't lose it just by changing your class. You get to retain everything that you know. Which means that you will always have throw item, you will always have craft pharmaceutical. Potions are just going to be Hemochem 1, 2, and 3. So those are good. Ethers, we don't have the materials yet to work on those. Same thing goes for Elixir. Now, as for antidotes, eye drops, echo herbs, maiden's kill, No, not Maiden's Kill. Maiden's Kiss. There. Golden Needle, Holy Water, all of these things are meant to just cure things. However, as we saw, there were other medicines that you could make that would just give you an additional save versus whatever it is that you're suffering from. So antidote would be +1 fortitude save versus poison. Eye drops be the same thing. +1 fort save versus blind. Now, echo herbs cure silence. In this case, going to be deafness. So +1 fort save versus deaf. Maiden's Kiss. Maiden's Kiss is all about transforming you back from a frog. Under normal circumstances, I would say we can get rid of this. However, this is where we actually kind of run into a problem because, while the ability to turn somebody into a frog doesn't really exist in Pathfinder, it kind of does. Polymorph is a thing. It is a specific spell here. And that would fall under the... Not the... not you. Who would it be? Would it be Oracle? Let's see. Umbra, Empowerment, Invigoration, Belief, Disbelief, Corruption, Quiescence, Fervor, Trepidation, Delirium, Harmony, Repose, Induration. Nope, it's not you. One of them has Frog as an ability, I do believe. I could be wrong. Let's see. PC Unicorn says, my hybrid electric car is sitting here listening just warned me to make sure I was in a ventilated area because the electric engine has been running. I'm not sure that your car knows how cars work. Let's see. Mediator Orator? No. Calculator or Arithmetician, Dancer, Bard, Mime... Is it a mime thing? No, it's not a mime thing. I have no idea who does it now. I'm confused. It's not a summoner thing, is it? No, because summoners just get summons. That's all they get. They don't get anything else. Summons are going to take a long time when we get there. I mean, I'm not kidding. Summons might take like 2 episodes on their own. It's not a black mage spell, is it? Their stuff is usually pretty direct. Fire, Fira, Firaga, Firaja. Yeah, all 4 stages. Oh, no, wait, it is. Toad. Okay, so black mages will get it, meaning that you could actually come across this pretty early on. Let's see. Tux says Final Fantasy 1 had no frog spell. Final Fantasy 2 started playing with odd spells like Toad. It was effectively an instant kill spell in the slight chance it had to hit. Yeah, because I believe with Toad, if you get frogged, then you basically only have 1 hit point. You get hit by just about anything, and And you're dead. So we may have to keep that in mind. We'll have to make a spell specifically for that. So, Maiden's Kiss. I'm just going to say +1 will save versus Poly. Let's see. +1 will save versus Petrify. Holy Water cures Zombie. Which we don't really have... Well, no, because we're going to be translating all of this over, which means that we will have Zombie Spell. That will probably be... What's that going to be? Is that going to be Fortitude or Will? Probably Fortitude, actually. So, +1 Fort... Save versus Zombie. And then Remedy, of course, will simply be remove conditions. Phoenix Down. Phoenix Down will basically just be an auto-stabilize. So yeah, Phoenix Down, if somebody is in the process of dying, it will just be stabilize. Now in Final Fantasy, a Phoenix Down would revive a knocked out character and then heal them up like, I don't know, 25% of the way. However, since this is going to be Pathfinder, there's going to be a lot more flexibility there. You're not just out at 0. At 0, you can actually still fighting. You're just staggered. You don't actually go down until you're in negative hit points, and even then, it takes you a long time before you're dead. Well, I mean, sometimes it's a long time. If you have really low constitution, sometimes it's not a long time. Auto Potion. Let's see. For Auto Potion, we don't really have anything for that. Actually, no. I have an idea. For Auto Potion, it will allow a potion to be used as an immediate action. So, use item as immediate action. Which means that you can generally only do that still once a turn. However, immediate actions can be used as what they would call in Dungeons and Dragons reactions. Immediate actions can usually be taken on other people's turns. You generally only get one, and it's almost always subject to GM approval. But in general, if it's an immediate action, your GM will probably say yes. Now, as for how we're going to do this, because we do need to work on things like prices, because since we've got craft, you know, I'm just going to say craft item here, not pharmaceutical necessarily. Craft item. We need to have some prices here. So I'm actually going to do and say potions are going to be fast healing 1. Fast healing 2. Because that's what Hemochem does. Fast healing 3. So we need some prices here. And I think if I come back here, we take a look at Final Fantasy Tactics. Can I find prices for these items? I don't know if I can or not. Job system. I don't even know if I can, because I don't know if the prices for them change over time. They might, actually. Come back to Chemist and take a look. Items. Potion. Final Fantasy. Interlude. Where is it? Tactics. Aha! 50 gil. So you can buy them at all shops after finishing the battle at the Magic City of Garland. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna come up here and I'm just gonna say 50 gil. Now, we have to translate this, but I think I'm going to make this really simple, actually. High potion. Item. Come down here to... Where is it? Ah, here we go. Tactics. 200 gil. And then X potion. An X potion is going to cost how much? I wonder if I can just find a list. Can I get just like a list of all these prices? Let me check my phone on this one. Let's see. Final Fantasy Tactics. Item prices. Well, that's the price for the actual game. Ah, no, here we go. Perfect. Love it. Okay. X potion. 700 gil. Ethers are 200. High ethers are 600. Elixirs are 10? How is an elixir 10? I feel like that's wrong. Maybe 1,000? Alright, let's double check that. Final Fantasy Tactics. Use an elixir. Elixirs can't be bought in outfitters. In the airship graveyard, the marsh, the players can find elixirs with the treasure hunter ability. Elixirs are common to poach from the Great Marlborough. Oh, you cannot buy them. Interesting. Okay, never mind. Can't make them then. So we'll skip those. Alright, antidotes. 50. Let's see. Eye drops, echoes, 50-50. Maiden's Kiss, 50. Gold Needle, 100. Holy Water, 2,000. Remedy is 350. Phoenix Down is 300. Now, according to normal crafting rules, what you have to do to make something is you have to spend half the cost of the item in money. And then the other half, of course, is made up by your materials that you're assuming you have the ability to procure, which means that you would have to have some kind of apothecary or something like that handy. And yeah, so you can basically get the item for half the cost after you make the appropriate checks, which is why we're going to have craft items. So when we look at this, we have Gil. Obviously, Gil doesn't exist. Gil's not a thing in Pathfinder. Pathfinder has gold. However, gold is not going to work for this, because otherwise, a potion that gives you fast healing for 50 gold? Actually, now that I think about it, that might not be that far off. Let's see. Equipment traits. Why don't we come down to actual equipment? Armor, shield, special, goods and services. Wait, magic items maybe? Legacy items, magic plants. Potions. Alright, so here's the charts for getting potions. Price of potions. We want something with fast healing 1. So, no. Probably regeneration. Reduce person, refine. Second level potions and oils. Is there a regeneration? No, there's not a regeneration. It's not a heal. What do you mean there's no heal? Healing potions are kind of a staple. Price of potions, physical description, activation. Activation. Drinking a potion or applying an oil requires no special skill. However, if you fail to drink the potion, then you probably deserve to die. Let's see. Must be level 3 or lower. Must have a casting time less than a minute. Must target 1 or more creatures. Must not have a range of personal. Okay, there's got to be some way to do healing, because healing potions are a thing. They are a thing in literally every kind of fantasy. Let's see, other potions? Calming oils. That's not going to help. Alright, let's try this then. PFS... Okay, healing potion. Here we go. General feats. Heal... or make this. Brew potion. The ability to cast Cure Serious Wounds. So when you brew the potion, add the effects of one of the following spells. Either Cure Light Wounds, Cure Moderate Wounds, Cure Serious Wounds. When imbibed, it has the effect of both the chosen spell and the spell used to brew the potion. When brewing the potion, you must expend both spells. Okay. Due to the intricacies of making this, you must use particularly fine and rare ingredients, meaning you must pay twice the cost to create each potion separately. Okay. So then let's go back. Is there a cure? Ah, there is actually. Okay, so I was just looking for the wrong thing. So, Cure Light Wounds is actually 50 gold pieces. That's kind of in line with a regular potion. And Cure Light Wounds cures 1d8 points of damage. That's kind of in line, actually. Final Fantasy, that would be nothing. But Final Fantasy also has much higher numbers. After all, your HP can go up to, like, 9999. You'll never see numbers that high in Pathfinder. So, 50 gold is technically in line. But that does mean that it would be basically impossible for anyone to craft because it would take a really, really long time to get 50 gold. So I'm wondering what if we made it silver? What if instead we translated guild to silver? So 50 silver. It's half a gold for one potion of fast healing. A high potion or fast healing 2 would be then 2 gold. And an X potion fast healing 3 would be 7 gold. That means to craft it, you would need to have 1 gold and 3.5 gold, respectively. I actually kind of think that translating it to silver works. That also means that holy water is going to cost you 10 gold. 10 gold for holy water. That's actually kind of in line. Because if we come to equipment, let's see, equipment, goods and services. Religious items, toys, and games. Holy symbols, holy text. Ah, here we go. Holy water, 25 gold pieces. It's one of the more expensive things in the game that you might need to pick up. One of the more expensive consumable things, I should say. Most people don't carry holy water just because it's too much gold for a one-shot item. In this case, we're talking about it being 100 gold to cure the zombie status. Which is, you know, kind of rough, but, I mean, I guess zombie doesn't stop you from, like, doing things, though. It just means that all healing is then reversed. So it's not like it's stopping you from playing. You just want it cured. Now, I'm good with leaving it the way it is. I'm good with leaving that the way it is. So we're going to go ahead and say that Gil equals silver. That also means that to make a potion of fast healing 1, you would need a whole 25 silver. That's super easy to come by. And as long as you're in a town that has an apothecary in it, your chemist can go through and make a whole bunch of potions if they want. This works. I like this. Now, Treasure Hunter. We've got to figure something out for Treasure Hunter. So the idea of Treasure Hunter is that as you're traveling, you find stuff. Like the elixirs. So discover items on tiles upon moving to them. So you just randomly find stuff. that's not going to work inherently. However, I do have something that might work for this. We'll just have to adapt it a little bit. So we're going to look at clerics. Okay? We're going to look at cleric, and I'll tell you why we're going to look at cleric, because we want to go down to domains. So a cleric must choose 2 domains. Where is they? No, not there. What if I click this? Ah, here we go. Domains, subdomains, and gods. Good. Now, if we come all the way down here, down to the bottom, I want water. Specifically because there's a subdomain called flotsam. And what this does is it gives you sift. At the 6th level, once per day, you can reach into the water as a standard action and pull out an object with a maximum gold value of up to 50 gold pieces times your cleric level. The object always has the broken condition upon being withdrawn from the water. The water you reach into must be at least deep enough to fully immerse yourself in it. At the 12th level, objects you retrieve are not broken. At the 20th level, you can retrieve objects worth up to 5,000 gold pieces. If retrieving an object that would not normally float, assume it rests on top of or is intertwined with debris that does float. Objects retrieved in this manner disappear after 24 hours if not already used up or otherwise destroyed before then. This is a wonderful ability that I think we can make work with the chemist. So for treasure hunter, we're just going to say once per day. Once per day, as a standard action, we're going to go ahead and search the area, because it's not restricted to water. It's just searching an area for a random item with a maximum value. Now here they say up to 50 gold pieces times your cleric level. Well, obviously we're not going up to level 20, so we can't really do that. And 50 gold pieces times your level, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. We can go ahead and I guess we can do that. Just say up to 50 gold pieces times your level. And this says it starts at the 6th level, so we're talking about starting a quarter of the way through you being a cleric. So at 25% of, only 5 levels, that would put you somewhere between, well, see, if this is 20, that means it'd be a level 2 ability. Yeah, so we're gonna do that with a maximum value of 50 GP times chemist level. The item is broken and lasts for 24 hours or until used or destroyed. Excellent. All right, I think that's good. I think that's really good. That is a lot of abilities, though, for the chemist to get. And so that's going to take up a lot of space over here. So how are we going to do this? Well, I think we can start by maybe using the cost of these things. So what if we did... throw item, craft item, potion, and we're going to have to add in the rest of these too. So, antidote. We're going to run out of room here. So I have to move everything over a little bit. It's either that or I got to move this down. Well, let's see. What would we do if we were doing this? Wait, go back one more. Okay, they would go ahead and they would make it just a little bit taller. So we'll go like this, and we'll just drop everything down like that. We can bring all of this back over. So throw item, craft item, potion, antidote, eye drops, echo, herbs, maiden's kiss. Alright, so chemist gets a whole bunch of stuff at level 1. Which actually would make it really great to at least have one level in chemist. So when we're talking about things like that Dark Knight, and how you would need to go up to level 19 to fully max out the Dark Knight, but you still have that one level left over, this could be your one level. You never know. It might be useful. So that takes care of those. After that, we will need treasure hunter. On top of that, golden needle. So you'll get that as well. I think that's about all we're going to put there. And maybe safeguard. Because we got to work that in somewhere. At level 3, we'll go with our 200s. So, high potion. Ether. And what else? Maybe we go with Phoenix Down? Or Auto Potion? I think Auto Potion. Then, after that, we can go with... After that, we'll go with, I think... Phoenix Down. Remedy. And does Remedy cure zombie? Because, like, why would you want... Okay, well, in the game, that's because Remedy would cure everything. Holy Water will just give, like, an additional... Well, even so, that makes Remedy better than Holy Water for that. I don't know, we'll have to look into that. So, Phoenix Down, Remedy. Next will be High Ether. I think that's about it. And then at level 5, X Potion and holy water. I think that covers everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, wait, I forgot these two. 17, 18. Okay, it all checks out. It all checks out. Everything is fine. Nobody panic. The numbers do match up. I will admit I was panicking just a little bit there. A little bit of panic. I might have also peed a little. We're ignoring that, though. We're done. We got this. This looks good. So we've got all kinds of special rules here that we have to add with it. So we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it down here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it there. Oh, and we forgot to fix safeguard. So here's what I want to do. We're going to make this super easy. This is going to be super easy. You're going to love this. Sunder. Improved Sunder. So the benefits of Improved Sunder is you do not provoke an attack of opportunity when performing a Sunder combat maneuver. In addition, you receive a +2 bonus on checks made to sunder an item. You also receive a +2 bonus to your combat maneuver defense whenever an opponent tries to sunder your gear. So this is super easy. We're going to go with a +2 versus sunder or disarm. I think that's about the best we can do, really. Actually, no, because this also gives you the bonus on that. We're not going to get a bonus to sunder things, so we're going to actually double this. We're going to make it a +4 versus sundering or disarming. Because it's completely defensive, and it only does one thing. Whereas I believe with the Squire... Did he get... Yeah, he got improved sunder. So he's actually kind of got both. That's fine, though. I'm going to leave that alone as is. And we're just going to put this up here. And we're going to say copy, paste. And there we go. We got our notes. We've got our proficiencies. We've got all of this stuff. I think we're good. I think this is a good-looking chemist. Like I said, traditional crafting rules will apply. You don't need to have any kind of spells or anything for this. You just need to have the money, since everything is turned into silver. We'll have to keep this handy as a reference. Yeah, we will have to keep this handy as a reference just for the chemist. So we'll go ahead and put this here. We'll copy that. We'll paste it there. And we'll have to make this look pretty later. Now, we do still have to fill in the ether and the high ether later on. We'll determine how that works when we go through and handle magic. So we can delete those, we can delete that, we can take this entire thing here, copy this. I'll have to clean it up later, but we will paste it over here, and that gives us our first 2. Like I said, it needs a little bit of cleanup, but this is going to be fine. Chemist. More complicated than I thought it would be. That's probably going to be the theme of everything going forward. Alright, so, we've been at this for an hour and a half. I think we can still get one more in, though. I think we can. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete these. Clear that out. Clear this out. Clear that out. Clear that. Clear all of that. And next, we're going to do the Onion Knight. Now, interestingly enough, we no longer need to have starting wealth, but we do still need to have something. We need prerequisites. Okay, no more starting wealth, but we do have prerequisites now. And we can probably take this and move it back up, just like that. Moving on. So we're going to back up, and we're going to come down to find the Onion Knight. Where is the Onion Knight? Here he is. Alright, Onion Knight. Let's take a look at his stats. So, of course, prerequisite. He needs a level 6 Squire and a level 6 Chemist. As we've already established talking about the Dark Knight, that just means that we're going to need... Oh, we're going to go ahead and do this. There we go. Oh, except maybe not for that. I don't know. We'll have to see what class skills we might gain with this. I don't know. But prerequisites, level 1 Squire, level 1 Chemist. Alright, so as for the role, it says here that the Onion Knight is a job from Tactics War of the Lions. It has basic stats, no real abilities. It has hidden potential in that its power depends on the number of other jobs the unit has mastered. To get 1 job level, the character must master 2 jobs. To attain the maximum Onion Knight level, the character must master 14 jobs. However, mastering the Squire, Chemist, Mime, or Dark Knight will not count towards leveling up the Onion Knight. Maximizing the Onion Knight is an arduous work intended for use in late game. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do this. So the prerequisite, of course, is you have to be level 1 Squire, level 1 Chemist. However, the benefit is you can equip everything. So weapon proficiencies. Everything. Armor proficiencies. Everything. Is this going to be balanced? Absolutely not. By getting a level of Squire and a level of Chemist and then 1 level of Onion Knight, you now have access to all the weapons and armor in the game. It says males can even equip female exclusive equipment. Ooh la la. Très chic. Alright, so move, yes. Base attack is going to be low at base, but high when mastered. There's nothing in Pathfinder to really change that. Text says Onion Knight in Final Fantasy III was originally a you start with this, change to something better ASAP. It ended as a reward for grinding way too much. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So it does say here that all of its stats are basically dependent on, they're basically dependent on your level. So maybe we should do that. Maybe we should figure out how to do that. This is going to get super complicated. This is going to get super complicated. Almost to the point where I don't want to do it. But you know what? We're here anyway. Let's see. Roll. No one understands you. Alignment. Any. Hit die. How the hell do we do this? So since everything here is going to be based off of character level, that means that everything also has to be here based upon character level. So what we're going to have to do is this. We're going to go with level... We're going to go with level 1 through 6. 7 through 12. And 13 through 20. And so we're going to go with low, average, high. And so all of these will be based upon what your level is. So your character level is going to be up there. Hold on. We're going to go like this. We're going to go copy. I'm going to say overall character level. So base attack bonus is going to have to be... When we look at this, base attack, low is every other level, average and high is every level. So this would be +0. Wait, that's a minus. So +0, +1, +1. And then it's going to be +1, +2, +2. Then it'll be +1, +3, +3. Then it will be +2, +4, +4. And then +2, +5, +5. And so depending on what level you are when you take a level in Onion Knight, you will get the appropriate upgrade to your stats here. Now, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will Save. These are usually not dependent on level so much as these are dependent upon your class. Because magic casters will tend to have better will saves. Melee will have more fortitude saves, and the balanced classes will tend to have more reflex. In this case, I don't think I have anything really to add to it. Except to say that... I'm a little bit tempted to just say, make it +1s across the board. Yeah. And then... Oops, not that one. No, 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 no. 4, 4, 4. And that seems a little bit broken, but then again, the Onion Knight is a little bit broken, because all it really gets is stats. That's basically all it gets. The Onion Knight learns no abilities, is unable to equip abilities of any kind. The special ability is being able to use any kind of equipment, and is the only one able to equip the famed Onion equipment. Which I will have to probably make. What is the Onion equipment? It's gear specific for the Onion Knight, strongest equipment, and the set is usually made of a sword, shield, helmet, armor, and gauntlets. So much like the Chemist gets the special proficiency firearms, the Onion Knight will get the special proficiency in just onion, I guess. The only downside of this equipment is that in most appearances, it is very difficult to obtain. I didn't really use an Onion Knight when I played Tactics a long time ago. Although I will be honest, I kind of want to go back and play it again now. Onion equipment can only be obtained via melee and or rendezvous in the War of the Lions version. By far the strongest equipment. Makes the wielder virtually unbeatable, also the hardest to obtain. Doesn't really say how you do it, though. Okay, well, either way. Since they don't learn anything, there's nothing to put down here in special. And that's kinda it. Skill ranks per level. Actually, this is something that we can do. So, we're going to go with +2, +3, and +4. Which is pretty middle of the road. Actually, let me go check that. So, feats, skills. All right, how many points do people get per turn? Class skills, taking 20, 8 another. Ah, here we go. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, never mind. We're going to change that. So we'll go with 2, 4, and 6. So you would actually benefit from taking Onion Knight levels later on. And I will have to figure out exactly what the Onion Knight equipment is later on as well. But it would take you some time to get there, probably. Technically, you could start on it early, but there's like no benefit to you starting on it early. You should really hold off on it until later. Unless, of course, these things change with you as you grow, which, I mean, I guess they could. There's no reason why they couldn't. So, as your character grows in power, you know, when you turn level 7, if you have, like, 3 levels over here of Onion Knight, your fortitude would go from being basically the +1 to being the +3. Or not fortitude, your base attack bonus would go from being the +1 to the +3. And then you don't really get any more bonuses after that. And I don't think that anybody really gains anything more than 5 at the 5th level, so yeah, we're just going to leave that as is. I think that's about it, actually. Onion Knight, easier than I thought it would be. Hit die, though. That is important. So since it's going to go through all of them, the hit die has to be a D6, a D8, or a D10. And that can't really change as you grow up. Because I can't just give you an extra 2 hit points when you level up, because I don't know if you would have rolled them or not. So maybe you're just kind of stuck with whatever you got. Yeah, maybe these don't grow up with you. You just get them dependent on what your overall character level is. Which means, yes, you would want to save the Onion Knight for later on. Which also means that the Onion Knight and the Dark Knight are kinda exclusive. You really don't want to go with the Onion Knight and the Dark Knight together unless you had gone through everything to make sure that the Dark Knight was completely mastered and you saved that one level at the end for 1 level of Onion Knight. Which would get you basically just another D10 of hit points. It's not great, but I mean, you could do worse things, I guess. I don't know, it would depend. But yeah, Onion Knight. Done. Additional class skills? I'm a little bit tempted to say that class skills, all of them. Because there's almost no reason for them not to have all of them. If they can already use all the equipment and all the armor, yeah, why not? So you get all the class skills. There you go. Enjoy. I mean, it's a weird class, but it works. Alright, well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. We can go ahead and add that to the list. So we'll come down here. We'll paste that in. And now we've got Onion Knight. We can go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I guess that means that we can kind of call this one a little bit early today. I thought this would take us a lot longer, but it didn't. We'll go ahead and clean this up as well. Tuck says, I can just sense the unbalanced min-max potential growing in this class. Maybe. I'm not going to claim this is going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. But if I can make it a little bit balanced, I mean, it should be fine. Oh, here we go, this one. There we go. Got that. go ahead and we'll put a boxer on this one. Let's see. We can go ahead and turn off the borders here. Why did that not turn the borders off? What about here? Okay, that did it. And we're just going to come over here. We'll put side borders on there. And then when it comes to this stuff... actually, we can leave it there like that. We're going to go ahead and merge and center that one over everything. We'll put a nice border around this. And we're going to fix some of these things. I'll put Gil there. Put Gil there. Just so this looks a little bit professional. Don't ask to look at the Wheel of Time one, though. I still haven't finished formatting that one. But there we go. So that takes care of the Chemist and the Onion Knight. Which is great. We got those done. Fantastic. Do we feel proud yet? We should feel proud. We should feel at least a little bit proud. So that's 3 done. 3 of how many? So again, there are... Let's just switch to this one, actually. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And we have 3. Yay! Alright, so, with those done, we are now free to move our way up. So if we're going to tackle 2 next week, what should we do? We can go the Squire route and we can take on the Knight and the Archer, or we can go on the Chemist route and do the White Mage and the Black Mage. What do you think we should do next time? Should we go Martial or Magic? This is normally when people would say put a 1 in the chat for one thing and a 2 in the other, but I have like 3 people in my entire chat, so I don't think I need that. I can read fast enough to keep up with 3 people, especially because I think one of them is me, and so I'm not casting a vote on this one, unless nobody else thinks that they need to weigh in on it, in which case then I guess I have to choose myself, and I hate making choices. This is why I wear black, because I don't like choosing colors. Yeah, I wear like nothing but solid black every day, and people are just like, you're the most depressing individual. It's like, because I don't like to make choices. I like colors. I like a lot of colors. I like reds, I like blues, I like greens, I like yellows, oranges, purples. I love colors to the point where I can't make the decision on it, and I just avoid the entire question altogether. JP says magic, though. Alright, I'm inclined to go with that. So we'll have to look at the White Mage and the Black Mage. That's going to be a complicated topic since we haven't actually done the magic system yet. But it shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Because if we look at the White Mage, skills that they're going to get... Cure, Cure 2, Cure 3, Cure 4, Raise, which is basically the same thing as a Phoenix Down. Arise, which will raise them and heal them. Re-raise. Endows the unit with a protective force that will revive him after being KO'd. Well, what's the difference? Can be reflected. The effect is re-raise. What do you mean the effect is re-raise? I don't know. Regen, which will basically just be fast healing. Protect, which will be simply, armor. Shell, which is our magic resistance. Wall. Now, wall will be fun. Because, wall in this is going to be the effect of both protect and shell at the same time. But we can also determine, what if wall is just wall? What if the white mage has the ability to just make a wall? That could be fun. Isuna is the same thing as all these other ways to cure things. And Holy is Holy. Then there's Regenerate, Arcane Defense. We'll look into it more. And on the Black Mage side, we've got Fire, Thunder, Ice, Poison, Toad, Death. Just Death. Just casting Death. I love instant death effects. They're so much fun. For me, as the DM. Just keep in mind, if you've got Death, your enemies probably have it too. And Flare. Then there's Magic Counter. Counterattack using the same magic which the user was attacked. Cool. And Arcane Strength. All stuff that's going to be really fun to play with if we can manage to figure out how to balance it. Balancing it will be key. And it's probably going to take a lot to... We'll probably have to work on the magic system too while we're at it. Just to figure out how to balance it. Because we'll have to figure out how are we going to assign mana points... Tux says, you are in a cave. The white mage casts wall. There is now a wall, and no other path forward. The players start digging. I mean, you hope you start digging, but what if none of you has a shovel? What if none of you has a shovel because somebody in the party kept throwing the shovels off the side of the road? I suggest this because it happened once. It can happen again. I'm just saying. Well, we'll have to look at it more when we come back to it next week. For the time being, we made good progress. We got 2 more done. If we can get 2 more done next week, and then we can get the Knight and Archer done the week after that, we'll get through this. We'll get through this in maybe a couple of months. I mean, we could probably start it now, but we've been doing this for 2 hours. I have no problem cutting this a little bit short this week. Besides, the longer I can stretch it out, the less time I have to think about what I'm going to do next. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break here, and we'll come back to it next week. Although, I have to put up a bit of a caveat. Maybe next week? I don't know. Here's the thing. Next week is Memorial Weekend. And under normal circumstances, I would have nothing going on. Because I don't go anywhere. I don't do things. I am a terminally online person. My life is in the internet. I don't do things if they don't involve digitization in some kind. However, I'm being kind of dragged into actually doing things over Memorial Weekend. So I still intend to get a stream done if I can, but if things don't work out, I will let you know about it. I know that I have things going on in my household on Saturday, and then I'm supposed to be traveling on Sunday. The question then becomes, can I fit in my live stream? So I will be active in the Discord, letting people know what happens. And if anything changes, if next weekend is kind of off, I will put up a community post about it on the channel. Either way, though, keep your eyes kind of peeled for that one. I don't want to break my normal schedule for this stuff, but if I have to, I have to. Sometimes things happen. So anyway, if you want to be here for that, assuming that it's happening, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified of every video that comes out. If you know somebody else who is also into Final Fantasy and might enjoy this, what we're doing. And JP says, good, you should go do things. But I don't want to go do things. You say just go live while you're traveling or just go live while you're traveling and we'll just talk. Well, I'm not going to be alone when I'm traveling because I can't travel alone. I'm literally incapable of traveling alone. So I don't know about going live like that. But I mean, I'm always connected. So I'll still be in things like the Discord and things like that. I'm never away from the internet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, like I said, share this stream out with anyone you think might enjoy it. If they like Final Fantasy, if they like tabletop games like Pathfinder, if they want to take what I'm doing and adapt it to Dungeons and Dragons instead. I'm not picky. If I'm adapting it, you can adapt it too. It works. Not going to complain. Otherwise, though, leave a like on the video. I know I did. You should too. Leave a comment down below or come join us in the Discord. Discord's better than the comment section, but I'll take either one. And I guess I will see you hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. So until then, if I don't see you, happy Memorial Day. And if I do, then just take care.